The Fed really predict inflation? Here's your spoiler alert, probably not. In fact, they don't have a great record, nor do the Bank of England, on predicting exactly what's going to happen on inflation. So what's happening right now? Well, the Fed said that they're not going to be raising interest rates, or highly unlikely, even in March. Yet the market expected 7 interest rate cuts in 2024 alone. Does that mean that the stock market is wrong? Is the bond market also wrong? They were expecting interest rates to be cut. So right now, the Fed are driving the markets crazy, particularly the bond market, which predicts in particular fixed interest rates. So expect to see volatility in the bond market while people's expectations start to change. Can this really affect the stock market? Well, we'll see exactly what happens. Well, right now, the good news is that we've got a strong economy in America. And of course, that affects the world. America has, of course, led the world on tech, and that right now is growing super quickly. But of course, we've got other areas. We've got credit that's raising super fast. In fact, there's over $1 trillion owed to credit cards. It's going up by a crazy 20%. The UK also has issues. Does this mean that we're going to get a crash? Well, not necessarily, because right now we're seeing that people are willing to actually be put up with higher interest rates, and it hasn't affected jobs right now. So we're seeing an economy driven by tech, driven by AI. So when you're investing your money, you've got 2 real choices right now. The first is to diversify into quality companies, areas where you know there's going to be growth, or at least the markets are going to be flat, like the banking sector or perhaps the energy sector. Or put your money in a fixed rate, which is going to stay higher than expected according to the Fed and the Bank of England. Of course, they could be wrong, but if you fix it right now, you're not going to be wrong, and I'll tell you why. At some point, whether the Fed is right or whether the markets are right, interest rates are going to fall. Right now, the Fed are predicting 3 cuts before the end of the year. The market said at the beginning of the year there were going to be 7. Either way, there's going to be cuts. So you can fix your rate in, you can go into quality sectors, you can invest in tech if you see that continuing, and certainly certain companies I see as continuing. So don't let the Fed drive you crazy. Don't let the Bank of England drive you crazy. There's actually ways to invest your money where you can make money and gain a good return. Always talk to a financial advisor. Always make sure that you're diversified. In my personal opinion, better to be diversified and actually spread the risk, reduce your volatility, rather than going for one particular area and gambling just on that.